from visible mold to verified clean. For decades, mold remediation was often judged by what could be seen. If the visible mold was gone, the damaged materials were removed, and the job looked clean, many people considered the project finished. But in today's remediation environment, that definition of done is no longer enough. Because looking clean and being clean are two very different things. Mold does not have to be visible to remain a concern. Spores, fragments, dust, and other particulate can remain airborne or settle on surfaces long after visible colonies are gone. They can move through HVAC systems, resettle in other areas, and contribute to odors, complaints, failed clearance tests, and costly callbacks. That is why the industry continues to move toward measurable outcomes. The IICRCS 520 standard reflects that shift. It is not just about what can be seen. It emphasizes a condition-based approach, identifying and correcting moisture sources, removing contaminated materials when necessary, thoroughly cleaning remaining surfaces, controlling cross-contamination, and verifying that defined cleanliness criteria have been met. In other words, the question is no longer simply, does it look clean? The better question is, can the result be supported? That is where measurable outcomes matter. Particle counts, air sampling, surface sampling, dust analysis, moisture documentation, and post-remediation verification all help provide objective information about whether the indoor environment has actually been improved. Verification strengthens confidence, and it protects the contractor, the consultant, the property owner, and the occupant. Another important distinction is cleaning versus coating. Coatings and sealants can have a role in certain situations, but they are not a substitute for actual remediation. If contamination remains underneath, the job is not truly complete just because the surface looks uniform. The right approach is to remove mold and associated particulate where appropriate, address the air and surfaces, document the process, and verify the outcome. Documentation is one of the most powerful tools a remediation professional has. It is not just paperwork. It tells the story of the project. What conditions existed before remediation, what controls were used, what cleaning methods were applied, and what the post-remediation results showed. That documentation builds trust. It helps reduce disputes, and it gives contractors a stronger position when standing behind their work. There is also a clear business case for verified clean. Contractors who can support their work with process, documentation, and measurable results are better positioned to reduce callbacks, build stronger relationships with adjusters and consultants, and differentiate themselves in a crowded market. This is where outcome-focused systems matter. The Goldmorr remediation system is designed around measurable environmental improvement, not just appearance. It focuses on removing mold and associated particulate rather than simply encapsulating it, reducing airborne contaminants during the remediation process, supporting compatibility with air quality testing and post-remediation verification, and minimizing unnecessary demolition when conditions allow. The future of mold remediation belongs to professionals who can prove what is clean, not just point to what looks clean. The S520 gives the industry a roadmap. Goldmorr helps contractors put that kind of thinking into practice. Move your business from job done to job well done.